What is up, party people? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Cup Chasers Daily World Cup edition here on the channel. And of course, we got my man Anton in the building, friend of the channel, and big time Arsenal fan over at Fire Them Cannons. Make sure you're locked in over there as well. And of course, Asif is in the building as always. How we doing, gentlemen?
Doing good. Hey, let's see if we tag team today on the Sweden game. Both of our guys got
I know
combined for
exactly. Yeah, I was
five
happy.
G and A. So
I was telling Jake previously. I was like, watch the Scandinavian teams. They're gonna do well. I think they're probably more dark horses. Them and like Egypt. So
He's just picking out the players that have the team that have Liverpool players in him. He even had the
literally.
the audacity to tell me that Netherlands played well yesterday.
Japan played out of their skin, guys. To be
I'm
honest.
messing with you. I'm messing with you.
Japan. Netherlands scored some great goals. That was a really good game. That was
no,
actually,
come on,
was.
Jake. I know you don't like but Gavenberg had a good game yesterday.
he did.
He had a good half.
No, he plays a big part in the Somerville goal, doesn't he not?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And by the way, where was that for West Ham, Somerville?
But yeah, by the way, he's not going to be at West Ham next year. That's for sure.
Not after that. Not after that goal. Definitely not.
No.
Especially the way that things have been already working in the tournament. Like people are already saying Buati is the next best, is the greatest thing since sliced bread. He had
Hey,
he had a great performance for
Apparently,
Brazil.
he's half the way to being an Arsenal player, though. And I like it, by the way. To be honest, Jake,
I
makes
hear
so
it.
much
I
sense.
hear it, but I also beware Enzo Fernandez.
I hear that
Beware of Enzo Fernandez because hype. Just because of the hype, because he stood next to Messi last time in the tournament when they gave Messi
but
the tournament.
you know what?
And now he's got a Chelsea career.
Can I tell you the difference though? In the Morocco team, like for instance, yesterday, but I was talking to you as well during the game, right? You have Casemiro, you got Paquetá, you got
that was
Bruno
their problem
in there.
though.
And Buati outplayed them all. They all had terrible games. Buati was everywhere.
That's because Paquetá
his pass percentage was like 94%. He had passed the ball more than any other player on the pitch. He won more duels, won more tackles than anybody player on the pitch. He absolutely was a vacuum cleaner. That's exactly
but
like
it doesn't always translate. It doesn't always translate.
If we're gonna
to
have
the
Rice
Premier League.
out, if we're gonna have Rice out for a small period of time, right? Buati is actually he's obviously not Declan Rice. Nobody is.
Yeah,
but he can do some of those things. That play he could win the majority of the duels, win the majority of the tackles. He can cover a lot of ground. He can win a midfield battle, and he's young. He's gonna be a fantastic player. Like I think he actually fits in Arsenal more.
I was saying when I was talking to Jake about Liverpool signings for the summer, I actually picked him before the tournament.
Before the tournament, yep, you did actually mention that. But of course, that was 2 days ago. I mean, the action is coming thick and fast. And
how about our countries, Australia? I haven't been here. Sorry. I've not been here until today, which was a banging day, which involved first one that really involved Arsenal players scoring. But
big up Australia, by the way. Big up Australia, by the way. We got
big up the United States.
Yeah,
man. What a massive game we're gonna have next week. I'm excited.
I'm excited. We're gonna have to figure something out and get a preview in on that one, me and you, of course. And of course, Asif, you're always welcome, as always, of course. But we'll kick off today's show speaking on Curaçao. Man, when they scored that goal, I was so pumped. That's what the World Cup's all about, bro. I mean, even the coach ran down to the corner flag, and the 6,000 fans behind they were behind the other goal. But still, man, you could hear it in the stadium, even through the broadcast when they scored. I mean, what a moment. What an incredible moment for 180,000 people. It's smaller than that nation in population is smaller than Springfield, Illinois, the city. Just the one city has more people than that nation.
I saw Fox Sports made a graphic where you can like pour 7 gallons of beer and it would fill all of Curaçao or something. I'm like, no way is it that small, but I don't know, but
it's not that small. No, but that's absolutely incredible. I thought the Germans came out with a very arrogant attitude with the idea that okay, we're just going to absolutely demolish them, and of course they did in the
They
end.
did.
But the first 30 minutes, you could tell they were like, oh shit, that these guys aren't as bad as we thought, and then they kind of got control of the game. But let's dig in. Let's put 6 minutes on putting Kai Havertz down because I really like. Once again, it's another performance where he pops up, and yes, okay, he's the striker and he's supposed to score the goals, and yes, it was a well taken breakaway, and they gave him a pity penalty, and somehow he gets man of the match.
Dude, first of all, I gotta say, to credit Kai Havertz man of the match, when Jamal Musiala was absolutely tearing Curaçao to shreds, the play comes through him. Who's the
even Florian Wirtz had a good game.
Nemecha was
that. I said
Florian Wirtz had a very good game.
German shit.
I'm surprised that Nemecha played where he played, because doesn't he play farther forward for Leeds?
He plays, for Leeds he plays a bit further forward, but he was a bit, but
and Nathaniel Brown as well.
That's what I just heard to Jake about just after the game. I mentioned that he's already got transferred to Bayern. So he's going there.
Oh yeah, dude! Is that all you have to do? Is that all you have to do? Is score a World Cup goal for Germany?
Bought the goal scorer from Morocco.
He was already done before the World Cup, Jake. They did it before the World Cup.
And so that's what Germany are doing. Anybody that gets a good game or scores a goal, Bayern's already on the lookout.
No.
Yeah, it's already look.
Oh my God.
Ismail Saibari, here we go.
Oh yeah,
scored a goal from Morocco.
Scored against Brazil. He's already on the Bayern squad.
I'm like, Bayern's already got into that World Cup hype. I'm like,
Well, let's see if he was already on the radar after getting a goal in the German shirt. He's definitely the signing. Where's Fabrizio? Where's the here we go? Where's the here we go? It's already there.
That was like previously they already had the deal set up before. Yeah,
I'd never heard of him, so that's good. I mean, but seriously, good for him, man. It's getting a World Cup goals. That's what we all dream about. That's what it is about, you know.
This is what I meant when I said never count out the Germans, Jake. I know Curaçao's not the standard when it comes to World Cup, but the Germans are a totally different thing in the World Cup.
No, so. but one thing I noticed a little bit, and it's kind of at the halftime whistle. It's crazy in a game where Germany was actually leading at the break. I think it was 3-1 at halftime, right? Because Kai just scored the pen.
Yeah.
The German fans are booing off the German players, and the Curaçao fans are cheering off the Curaçao. And I'm like, the pressure it must be to play for Germany. You're winning 3-1 in a game. The 3 points are all but wrapped up, and your fans are booing you up. Like, what else do you guys want? It feels a little bit.
Anton, have you met many Germans out of curiosity?
Not really.
That's probably why then, because they demand perfection in a lot of things. So if you ever meet Germans, they're like very. So
I mean, just look at me. Just for me, for an example, like when I saw that result, I immediately was like, all right, let's big up Curaçao because they scored a goal, and so Germans are probably thinking like, how the hell did we concede a goal to a team? They actually said that there are 39 cities in Germany with a population larger than Curaçao. 39 cities that have a larger population. And so from a German point of view, I get it. Like, how the hell did we let a minnow this small? Not a minnow, the minnow, the smallest nation that's ever been in this tournament score on us.
Germany is like one of the most successful sides in World Cup history. So obviously they have expectations around them. So
absolutely.
So
it's the World Cup, but I gotta tell you, Australia have more clean sheets than Germany. So
love it, absolutely love it.
And we played Turkey, right?
Yep. Enough Kai Havertz glazing.
Oh, did we do any Kai Havertz glazing? I don't know.
That's the point.
Well, we should do it. I know I don't want to be completely like. Look, to be honest, me and Jake have become Kai Havertz haters over the last few months, even though he's our player. Well done, a World Cup to score 2 goals on the World Cup stage. Well done to you, Kai. But this is why I don't like it, Jake. That penalty. I heard someone say Gyökeres could never take a penalty like that. I'm like, I'm done. The keeper went the other way. That was the easiest.
No. I don't know.
No, there's a
whoever said
section in our fan base, Asif, that just suck off Kai Havertz. It's come from somewhere. I don't know where it
I
came
do
from.
not.
But
get
how
it.
could you? No, how could
And
you?
everything. He's like everything
his record
that.
in penalties is probably he's your main man when it comes to penalties. So
Gyökeres is for sure, 100%.
I'm like,
100%.
why are you talk? Like, I'm like, Gyökeres could never take a penalty that. The penalty wasn't that great. I think Gyökeres beat the keeper when he goes the right way, and he just still blasts it past him. This one, the keeper gave up, or like he showed his hand early, and Havertz just slides it in the corner. Like
On the Arsenal squad, maybe Saka can touch Gyökeres when it comes to penalties, maybe. But Gyökeres' penalty record speaks for itself. It's absolutely insane. It's insane. He's got like a 95% strike. It's very, very close to a perfect strike rate. Like, you're not touching Gyökeres on penalties, man. Get out of here. Get out of here.
I'm like, we're gonna try to do. Don't try to pull this.
Nah, man. That's absolutely crazy.
he's a better striker. I'm like, just shut up.
No, I mean, we'll get to that. Gyökeres proved all that wrong himself, and we'll definitely get to that in just a minute. But it's time we talk about the real story yesterday, the biggest story of all yesterday. Mr. Brian put some respect on his name. Brobby getting his World Cup debut.
Wait, did he score or assist?
No.
There you go.
No. But he got 8 minutes. And just as an aside, did you know that Sunderland have more players at this tournament than Real Madrid?
Really?
Yep. Yeah. I mentioned that to Jake.
Asif showed me that the other day, and I love that. It was
Real Madrid are
beautiful.
racking up the players because they just now got
Yeah, so they're just going to sign everybody that does well in the
yeah.
tournament. Yeah, absolutely. But that Japan-Netherlands game was absolutely insane, man. At the first half, I actually was telling Asif, I was like, well, you didn't miss much in that first half. It was like a Burnley Wolves game, and it definitely was. But, dude, coming out in that second half, man, that was probably, for me, best game of the tournament so far. As far as like competition, competitiveness, it was definitely a classic.
I mean, Korea against the Czech Republic was very.
That was a good one. Yeah, that was a good one for sure. But I mean, you got a 96th minute equalizer, man.
No, yeah, the amount the goals were all good. The goals were all.
No.
Man,
I mean, like, quality.
They catch you out each time. Yeah.
Quality wise, I think but like the shock, I'm gonna give to the Australians. I did not believe. I'm gonna give them that.
To be honest,
Turkey,
hands on the table. Like, me and Jake did a preview. I was like, Australia's not getting any points in this tournament. I didn't have any confidence in the Australians whatsoever. And we were walking into the stadium. By the way, the Turks are hilarious. This dude, like, right down the street with a fuck off German flag, like it's 100 meters by 100 meters, like Turkish flag, sorry. And like, it's massive. He's like, oh, and he's running through the streets like a madman. And
in
all
Melbourne,
the Australians are when it comes to supporting their football team, they're very passive. So we'll sit there and be like, kind of like watch them walk by. You know what I mean? But when Australia starts winning, because it's about confidence, because Australia are a nation that are very arrogant when it comes to their sports, like Jake, you're very familiar with in your nation as well. But we're also realistic. So when there's not much expectation on this team, this guy with a fuck off Turkish flag, we're like, oh crap! You like see him walk by, and then afterwards, everyone's like, "Where's your flag?"
Yeah, where's your bottle gone? Yeah,
where's your flag now, motherfucker? Like,
absolutely, man.
But no, it was.
I was reading that before the game that they had Australia has like gone toe to toe with Japan, so I thought maybe it could previously before the tournament. So I was like, maybe they could get something, but I didn't expect. I thought maybe a draw. I was expecting a win. So
definitely a great result. Well, tell me about the Liverpool contingent there, Asif. You were very happy with them.
Yeah, Wataru Endo.
Gravenberch actually had a good game. Van Dijk has got the goal. I'm not saying he had a great game.
That was a good goal, though. That was a great header.
He's a bit like Gabriel in that.
Whoa! Let's not do too much now.
No, with his head.
No,
with his
to
head.
be honest though, Van Dijk is a killer from the set piece. Jake, let's give him that. Let's give him that.
Yeah, he's from.
I mean, he's a twerker. He's definitely a twerker. We'll give him that.
And
Sorry.
Gakpo was even playing okay. That's good for the resale.
That's high praise from you.
I think his Netherlands, it's the system's built to cater for him.
That's all I'm talking about.
Asif's just worried about getting him sold. That's all.
See, that's why I'm like with Kai Havertz. I'm like, good. He scored 2 goals and everybody's glazing. Now we can transfer him to Bayern.
Where's Bayern? Where's Bayern?
They love him so much in Germany. Then go play in Germany, bro.
Go get him. Come get him.
And that's why I was like.
That's what Thomas Muller is saying. Oh, in Germany we love him. Well, then have him play in Germany then. Cool.
Anton, it's like when Konate went to Real Madrid. I was like, thank God he went. I was like, see you later. I've been talking about him on the pod for a year, and I was like, he's always got a mistake in him. So I'm glad he's gone. And he was asking for like 250K a week.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy.
Exactly.
Crazy. Well, it's an absolute perler from Crescencio Somerville, who did, let's be fair, before the injury, he was hotting up. He was looking good in the Premier League for West Ham. And honestly, you could say that the fact that he went down really, really contributed to their relegation. Because if he would have been able to stay in the team for those 2.5 months at the end of the season, and I think he came back right at the end of the season, I think that they quite possibly could have stayed up, but we didn't see enough of that from him in the Premier League this season. But on the other side, man, Japan, it was like they flipped a switch. They got scored on, and they're like, all right, now we're going to go out and try to score. Because in the first half, there was an Arsenal performance. I was very happy to, it was very good. It was a big up Japan for that Arsenal performance in the first half.
You know what? Big up everybody who puts in. You know what? I've been noticing, Jake. Everyone is doing this. Oh, one team came to play football today thing or haram ball thing. I'm like, guys, do you understand football? Like, yeah.
Even my buddy Brian said that Arsenal has infected the World Cup.
No, I think with the rule changes, I keep saying it's and because of the weather, it's favouring the ones who play more possession football, and you can see that.
Asif, the game, two of these games were played under a dome. Why are we doing hydration breaks when it's not when it's air conditioning? You're in an air conditioned building.
My question with the hydration breaks though is, why don't we stop the clock? And why do we have all this extra time? Just stop the clock.
I have a question.
You're going for just.
But it's the same thing, though. It's the same thing, though. That's just a question of counting. It's the same thing, really.
I have a question about this, Jake.
Yeah.
When they have this hydration break and they have the music on, they have to wait till the song is finished.
No, it's literally
it's commercials. They're literally waiting on commercials. Yeah,
and that's why that answers your question about.
What are you watching it on, Asif? What channel are you watching?
I'm watching it on national TV here.
So Sky, it's on Sky.
No, it's on ITV or BBC as well.
Oh yeah,
ITV. Yeah. Okay, good. So if you're watching on Fox in America, if you're watching on Fox, they will show commercials during hydration breaks. But if you're watching on Telemundo. There's no commercials. There is a hydration break, but they just like going around the stadium.
Yeah, on the BBC,
there's no cut to commercials. So only on the American channels are they showing commercials. But yeah, I've been watching some of it on Fox. I watched the 2 later games yesterday on Telemundo. It's a whole different experience. Yeah. It's a whole different experience, man. I absolutely love the commentary from the Spanish people, but unfortunately my wife can't handle the go.
Actually, that is so good. I heard the one when Australia's one went in,
dude.
The Iracunda goal, that was legend,
bro. The passion and just you can just hear it. No matter who scores, you can just hear it. They absolutely lose their shit, and I'm watching
the Colombia game on Telemundo.
Yes, you better. Yeah, you got to.
It must have had Ecuador, but that one didn't end well for them. But we'll get into that.
Yeah. Hey, segues are weird. Amad Diallo. Pick up Manchester United, I suppose.
Before we get to that, though, I didn't want to. Steve, how did Wataru Endo do for you? Because you didn't talk about all the Liverpool
players.
Out,
there
was one.
Endo's out.
He started.
No.
Nah, dude. No.
Did he not start?
He's
He
out
won't
now.
play in the tournament, and he's out
He
for the
wasn't
whole
even in the
tournament.
tournament.
I thought he started.
retired from
never
international
mind.
football as well.
Are you thinking of Kubo? Kubo played well.
Kubo was good. No, I thought
Kubo
I saw him.
played well.
Never mind.
The
My
guy
bad.
from
Now I made
Celtic,
myself look
the
like
guy
a
from
fool.
Celtic,
Cool.
Dizon played pretty well as well.
Dyson is he's yeah.
From
I
Celtic.
think he probably might go from Celtic if he has.
You think so?
Yeah.
I thought he had a good game.
Takahiro Tomiyasu was scored.
My man Tamayasu came in as well. I was always a bit of a fan of Tamayasu. It obviously wasn't quite good enough, a little bit too injury prone, but yeah, good to see him out there.
Speaking about injury prone,
well.
are we getting to Sweden?
Oh, we'll get to that in just a bit.
Well, your man's injury prone, not ours. So
Not ours.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in just a minute. Of course, Ivory Coast with the late winner over Ecuador, and that game did not go how I expected at all. I expected it would be Ivory Coast battening down the doors. It was the other way around, and the Ivory Coast were like on the counter with the speed, and Ecuador were kind of pushing for the goal. But why is Inter Valencia like? Isn't he 97 years old? Inter Valencia. Did you know that? Did you know that there was like a 6-year period where Inter Valencia had every Ecuador goal, all the way up until the
36.
the Qatar World Cup. He had like every goal that Ecuador scored, and then when he started again, I was like, how is this guy still around? I mean, but good for you, man. And he's got the armband too. Yeah, he was putting challenges in, bro. That game was getting chippy.
But they've got that kid who Chelsea have signed, Pius.
Oh yeah, another kid.
Pius,
yeah. He plays for Ecuador, but that's putting a lot of thing on his shoulders for a young kid.
Yeah,
so.
for a young kid.
But I realized why Ecuador struggled to score. By the way, Caicedo is their main. Like Caicedo is a bit like he is not meant to be your main creative.
He's not. Just look at Chelsea's season.
He takes the corners. I'm like, there's no way they're scoring a corner with him taking the corners.
Wow. But see, that's the same problem Chelsea have. Why can't Chelsea build up?
No,
because Caicedo is their deep. Caicedo's
Chelsea at
their
least got
player.
Enzo. They got Cole Palmer. They got like
Pedro.
Like
Enzo can't build the ball up either. That's my point. So when you have Caicedo deep as your deepest guy in both the Ecuador team and the Chelsea team, he's supposed to be not only the bruiser, the DM, but also the guy that's building play up. And they struggle. They struggled to do that. They did fine when, Ivory Coast were up the field and there was space to run in behind, when it was like a counter on a counter. But when you're asking them to break the team down, they struggled, and Ivory Coast had a lot of joy going the other way.
I was expecting a yellow card for customary yellow card for Caicedo.
Well, he didn't get it. There's no way he didn't get a yellow.
No, he didn't get one. He didn't get one.
It's hard to miss him. It's hard to miss him with that bright yellow hair he's got now.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing, bro? What you don't have any hair at all to begin with. But then you're going to dye it blonde.
Paints yellow. Sounds like we just take ripping into all the players we don't like. But it sounds like they spray paint yellow into his hair. I'm like, what?
That's definitely
like stuff that washes off in the shower. I was actually waiting to see if like the blonde paint started just dripping down his face.
Start dripping down his face.
No, but I think Ivory Coast. I think the game plan was good.
Speaking of Ivory Coast, though, Asif, because the player that you've been linked to as well, he was fantastic in this game. Diamande. What did you think watching him? Because I thought he was amazing.
Bravo.
Yeah,
I think he's good, and I know a lot of other teams have been linked to him as well. So hopefully we can get this over the line.
Yeah, I mean, if he keeps playing like that, he's getting a move for sure.
Yeah, I think he was probably the best player on the pitch for them.
Do we know where he's at now?
Leipzig.
Leipzig. Oh, he's definitely getting a move. At the very least, Bayern will come calling.
He's been linked to a few players, Manchester United.
But wait, there's actually big breaking news in terms of management. So, Ruben Amorim is now the manager of AC Milan.
No way.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Where's Aaron when you need him?
There you go.
That is crazy. What? 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 They're in the shit. They're in the shitter anyway. AC Milan are in the shitter right now anyway. Why would you hire the toilet paper man when you're already in the shitter? That is shocking. That's blowing my mind right now. Why would anyone hire Ruben Amorim? Why would a Sunday League team hire him, let alone AC Milan?
Yo, hey. Ruben Amorim built our striker. He got our striker starting to score goals. Big up to him for that.
I would score goals in the Primera, bro.
I'm not a fan of you cussing out Amorim here. I think he did an excellent job at Man United. He did a great job at Man United, and I think,
bring back Amorim.
Bring him back to Man United as well.
I know. I hate Carrick. I hate how he's got them playing. You know?
Yeah, I would I would agree with that. And speaking of, we'll have to big up old Amad Diallo for getting that. Let's be honest, kind of sliced at it a little bit, and it's still, and then that's the only way he was able to get it at such an angle when he took that shot on to.
That was great technique.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You kind of have to slice at it. Yeah.
You just because you play some Man United, you're not going to. Because the only thing is look, when our players big up and have a big moment like that, I don't want to see rivals cut us off at the hip and be like, hey, no big deal. That's against a good Ecuador team.
Oh yeah,
right. In a moment where nobody can come up with anything, and he came up with the moment of brilliance, and the technique on that shot was amazing. Like I told Terry and Cajun, like big up in your guy. He's got his.
No, he's done it.
No one can take that away from him. That's on the big stage, the World Cup at the link, home of the birds. You know, that's.
I figured you'd like that. Yeah, at Philadelphia. Yeah. I figured you'd like that, of course. But big up Amad Diallo getting the game winner at the end, of course, and perhaps he'll get to start in the next game for that. Why not? Why wouldn't you? But it is time, of course, for some real glazing. Let's go. Victor Gyökeres showing them how it's done. Yassine Ayari with 2 goals. Isak as well.
I don't know which one was even better, the first or the last one.
I'm going to go with the first one. The way he locked his ankle and just put it right through that. Hell of a volley, bro. Ayari, who does he play? Does he play for Leeds?
Brighton.
Plays for Brighton. That's right. He plays for Brighton. I knew it was a Premier League team. Yeah. Absolutely. But, man, what a performance from pretty much everybody on the Sweden side.
Asif Sky is the one who got man of the match, and he was Asif, this is a take you're not going to like, so close your ears. I just don't think he fits Liverpool. He looked like Newcastle United's Alexander Isak for the first time since playing for Newcastle United. I don't know what it is about your system that doesn't allow him to play in that way.
We've got a new manager, Anton, so that's.
But Areola is not gonna do what Sweden did last night. He played so well, in my opinion, and take this for what you will. But who was next to him? Look at how they were structured. It was like a classic 4-4-2. They wasn't like Isak wasn't like a touchline winger. They were very narrow, both of them. And they were able to play off of each other. Even the manager, the coach at the end of the game, Graham Potter, I know his name. Even Harry's uncle was saying that the way they linked up and played together, was really, really good. And let's not necessarily glazing Graham Potter as to say, he's the greatest coach ever. But I mean, he got them working. He got them working together.
One thing you have to give credit to Sweden, because I'm not going to let people revise what people were talking about in this tournament before. Sweden's not going to do much. You watch Alexander Isak and Gyökeres for country, that it doesn't work. They don't enough creativity in that team. One thing I saw today, you saw different elements of both players you do not get to see in the Premier League, which is their ability to create. Both of those players, they were narrow at times, but also at times they're able to bomb down the wing and connect with their midfielders and then get themselves back up and connect with each other. There was a creativity, there was a passing that both of those players are passes both those players are making. You never see them even be allowed to attempt in the league. And they were linking up so well. And like both of them getting a bag of assists. For me, I like that first goal Ayari scores comes from Isak penetrating, getting the keeper to make a save. The ball comes back out to Gyökeres. He hits the post. But it's Ayari's ability to kind of take that rebound, have the right balance of body and technique to be able to put that down and then be able to get that third strike in. Like, but then, Gyökeres is setting up Isak's goal. Then Isak is setting up Gyökeres' goal. Like, Isak is then setting up the goal from the corner, from the free kick, the one that was almost ruled offside, but not. They're doing things in this system that nobody thought they were capable of doing. And the sky's the limit, to be honest. They played a team, that Tunisia, who did not concede a single goal in all of qualifying and put 5 past them.
No, I
so
think
they played as advertised in terms of, we know these two strikers are good, as much as people like to tell you that Gyökeres is shit. How much you listen to me about how Isak played this year. Don't listen to me about Isak this year. Look at what his performance was today, and he showed everybody up.
When you mention Isak, though, it's a totally different thing. Like I said, next season's next season. I'm going to reserve judgment till we actually have full when he has a pre-season with Liverpool. Once he starts the league, we'll see if he stays fit. I'll reserve judgment till then when he comes there, because we got a new manager, maybe new ideas coming in. So. But yeah, excellent performance from Isak. That's what I want to see in a Liverpool shirt, basically. And hopefully he can stay fit for the rest of this tournament as well, because that's the big question mark around him.
I mean, if you think about it, Asif, with Mo Salah gone now, and I don't want to take too much of you guys' time, obviously, on this, but with Mo Salah gone, you're looking at Yan Diomande, if that's the player that you bring in. I can see there's that void of who's my creator, who's going to come in, who's going to cut. Now, Rio obviously is looking very good as well, like in the England friendlies. So I think that the sky's the limit for him as well. I think Isak might actually be given the opportunity, depends on how Iriola wants to do it, to do kind of what Krupi does, which is be able to, as a striker, move out onto the wings, cut in, get that little shot, like that little one that he got against City.
I was thinking.
You know what I mean? Like,
but how?
And then you got Diomande, the speedster on the other side.
Player.
What does Ryan do?
But wouldn't you think in Iriola's system, if it is indeed what he's going to bring to Liverpool, that Isak is more of the Evan Nielsen? If you compare how Evan Nielsen worked in Iriola's system as the furthest guy forward, the guy that's pressing the line, the guy that's holding the line.
I don't think they have an Evan Nielsen.
But my point is,
they've got
who's going to do that role? What I'm saying is, if Iriola,
when he comes back, is more of a Krupi than an Evan Nielsen.
But if Iriola's going to
more of a Krupi than Evan Nielsen.
If he's going to play that system, who's going to be the Evan Nielsen role? Who's going to do that? Is it going to be Diomande? Is it going to be Gakpo or Ekitike?
Diomande would,
or will it be Isak?
It wouldn't be Gakpo.
Asif, maybe you would answer that.
Asif is praying it's not Gakpo.
It most likely be Diomande. Looking at,
but Diomande is more the Ryan profile from what I saw.
But with
or the Semenyo profile.
Maybe they might switch. They
Yeah.
might do a system where they switch.
We shall certainly see. Of course, Sweden with a massive victory, control in their group, and that's going to be a lot of fun going forward, of course, but we will go forward as well. Spain are going to destroy Cape Verde today at noon. Not really much there. I guess we'll get to see Lamine Yamal, and we'll get to see if Torres starts or if it's Oyarzabal. Who what the lineup?
Riot for me is the I don't know, maybe from an Arsenal point of view. He took the press conference yesterday, but then so you see him get on the press conference like, well, guy who takes the press conference is starting, but then he goes, I'm trying really hard to impress the coaches and earn that spot, and both the other two are very good keepers, so we'll see. And I'm like, but you got the press conference, like. You know what I mean? Like, you don't just send anybody out there. Who knows
what that coach is doing, man? Who knows what the Spain coach is doing, bro? Who knows?
I think with Yamal, he was struggling to be fit. I know they're saying that he should be fit, but I wouldn't take any chances, especially against with,
Yeah.
they can put a second team on, and you can put him on for a couple of minutes at the end. You don't need him for the entire
Actually, let's put that on hold for 2.5 seconds, and we'll get a word from my man Nez.
Cup Chasers family, what a day of football. While I only got to see 2 games, what a game by the Japanese to come back on the Dutch and Ivory Coast, man. Hey, Ecuador and teams in Philly don't put your jersey on the Rocky statue because it's bad jersey.
Yeah.
Football has been absolutely amazing. Jake's prediction about how many goals are going to be scored absolutely coming through because, man, there was a ton of goals scored yesterday. Germany dropped in 7 as well, and the last game had 5 or something like that.
6.
Anyways, hey, man, keep going World Cup. I think we're in day 4 of 17 straight. Amazing.
Is it
course,
17
always.
straight days?
17 straight days. Yep. And guess what? No one's talking about is after the group stage is over, the round of 32 is literally the next day.
Oh, so then there's a break before like the last 16 or something, right? In terms of or the different rounds.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I'm like, no way, because they're like England have to wait a week from kickoff of the tournament to when we play, right? See,
Right.
I've got we for 3 SEF, not to confuse USA, Australia, and England because I'm from all 3. So when I say we, I'm like you.
It's got some dogs in the fight
everywhere. Yeah, but when we play, it's like 1 week after the kickoff of the World Cup. So then they do that again, another week. So it's 3 weeks to get through the group stages.
So that round of 32 is like right after. It's like
for,
right after.
It's not till Wednesday and Thursday because like England and Colombia for me. So
absolutely, those are going to be big, of course. But the other big game, obviously, we'll have our eye on Spain, see what they do, see how many goals they can rack up. Big up Cape Verde for making the tournament. They'll
have a Curaçao type moment, maybe. We'll see.
Maybe. I doubt they're going to score, but we shall see. I doubted that Curaçao would score.
If Riot's in goal, they're not scoring.
Yeah, if Riot's in goal, it's definitely locked down, lights out. But a big clash. Belgium versus Egypt. Of course, Asif's looking forward to this one. Mo Salah. Is it going to be the Mo Salah show?
Against that back line, I think I could see him doing something against the Belgian back line. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. With De Bruyne, Lukaku with his touch. But
it's Doku's the one to watch out for.
Yeah, Doku Doku for sure.
He's the probably the danger man for Belgium because the way he's been playing for them and the end of the season that he had with Man City as well. I think he's probably the main attacking threat. But with De Bruyne, I don't care how old he is. I know a lot of people will be talking about his age, but he doesn't need that. He doesn't need speed because of the fact that he does through balls. So yeah, I can see them doing well, and I can see it being a high scoring game. I think Egypt could make a shock. I think they could have a shock result. I could see it going to at least a draw for Egypt, personally. But
I'm right along with you. I'm not really that impressed when I look at this Belgium team. I don't see it as a team that is as deep as it may have been even 4 years ago. I think they're missing a lot of pieces. Like you mentioned, the defense, the members in defense that they have are they're just it's not. I'm not really that impressed. I'm not really that impressed. Yeah, Doku's the one for me, and of course, you got Courtois, who's the best keeper in the world, in my opinion, for sure. So that's kind of like that. He's going to be the main guy, I think. I honestly think that Belgium's World Cup hinges on Courtois being absolutely brilliant between the sticks, because I don't know if the rest of that defense.
Anton,
yeah,
I have a question. Riot or Courtois? Are you surprised when you said Courtois?
No, I mean, look, to be honest, I've always got this thing. It's always about who's been doing it better for longer. So I've never been a moment of like a guy, prisoner of the moment guy. where all of a sudden one buddy does one thing, he's been good for a month. Oh, he's better. That's why I always go back to all the people who take shots at Saka, and people go like, "Oh, this guy's better than Saka." I'm like, he's been good for a month. He's on better form than Saka now. Yeah, is he a better player overall? No. So like Courtois won multiple Champions Leagues. Courtois has done it in multiple different leagues. Done it in the Premier League. Done it in the Liga. Done it in the Belgian league. Like Courtois is class, right? And yeah. So
I think Riot definitely benefits. Riot definitely benefits from who's in front of him. But you also have to look at the defenders in front,
Ryan and Donnarumma are pushing somewhere at 2, but based off of this year alone, I just felt like that maybe give Donnarumma another year to playing in a new league. But I felt that Riot was the one who was making the important stops in the important moments, and he's winning his team the league. So
absolutely. What's up, SC Kingdom? How you doing? Thanks for being here. Of course, JT is in the building as always. Pick up the chat every time. Thank you. Of course, I'm very interested to see who is going to be in the midfield for Belgium. Obviously, I expect Yuri Tielemans, but then you also have Amadou Onana here. You have Charles de Ketelaere. How is Axel Witsel going to fit in? And of course, how is old man De Bruyne?
I think Axel Witsel is like, how is Jordan Henderson going to fit in? It's the same question.
How is Jordan Henderson?
How is Fabinho going to fit into Brazil?
Hey, Fabinho played. Fabinho got minutes. He looked like the Crypt Keeper's dad out there, but
he actually did okay. He actually did when he came on. I don't think he did a better job than Casemiro.
He's so slow. Though for me. But anyway, yeah, Amadou Onana is in that midfield as well. So I'm very interested to see who gets picked to start, and I think that will have a very, very big impact on what they do. Obviously, I'm hoping Bossardinho has a good tournament as well. Maybe we'll get a good price for him. Yeah.
Yeah, people don't realize. People think you're taking the piss out of players. I'm like, sorry, you can't hold on to everybody.
You just
can't. We are not good at selling players.
No.
And then when we do it at an inappropriate time. Like I'm looking at Flo Balogun playing for USA. I'm like, we picked Eddie Nketiah over Flo Balogun.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started on that one, bro. You thought I had a Havertz agenda, bro. Eddie Nketiah is. Anyway, we don't want to go down the hate route today. I do think Belgium-Egypt's probably going to be a fun one, but also a fun one. Saudi versus Uruguay down in Miami. It's going to be hot. It's going to be buzzing. Asif, just no respect for Saudi. Just no respect for their World Cup heritage.
4 years ago, 3.5 years ago, I guess. They beat Argentina in the first game. So why not?
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying it's not a possibility. There's shocks that can happen, but I think Uruguay have a bit too much know-how, and I know they're traveling on the same day because of the administrative problems, so they got visa problems, so they're gonna have to go today to the States. But I think they should, because of the time differences, the temperature, etc., I think it'll suit them a little bit more than it suits Saudi.
Saudi play in a desert.
Yeah.
No, as in time difference wise, etc. That's what I was talking about.
As in it's more their climate,
Yeah.
But no, I just
and Uruguay are going to have a lot of support.
They're going to have a lot of supporters there as well, and it's going to be it's that's why I think not just that. I think in quality wise as well. I think Uruguay are going to take it more seriously than Argentina in that game.
The problem with Uruguay is they're a bunch of hack jobs. I can't stand Uruguay. I can't stand. To be honest, I really don't like them.
But Jake, really that actually is one of the reasons why I reckon that they're probably going to fare better against Saudi than Argentina did because of that reason.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
So
Rodrigo Bentancur is going to be kicking people. Araujo is going to be kicking people. I just can't get past them trying to injure the Americans in a friendly. And you got 2 red cards and lost 5-0 because you were just out there trying to kick people in a friendly. Like, that's just in my head. And I can't stand Rodrigo Bentancur for that reason. Araujo from Barcelona is absolutely way overhyped.
They tried to do it with England. Remember, Noni Madueke almost literally got.
Dude, man, these guys.
Or England? Because remember, Nani got absolutely just like
Either
double
one,
length.
bro.
Madweke. Yeah, we'll get that. We'll get to that.
Yeah, Madweke is the Savinho of Arsenal, but that's a whole
that
nother.
base was.
That's a whole nother thing. Yeah, but yeah, I think Saudi are gonna. They're probably gonna do their thing. You know, as we saw in the last tournament, they are not gonna be cowed by the occasion at all, and that's gonna be a pretty fun game as well. Obviously, I'm cheering for Saudi, hoping. Just because I hate Uruguay, that's really all it is. I do think Uruguay are a superior team. I just I don't hold grudges or anything.
I'm not going to lie, but I hope that the Arabic teams do well in this tournament for political reasons because it'd be a big FU. I mean, to be honest, but
well, speaking of the biggest FU there possibly could be, Iran is also playing today versus New Zealand against the Kiwis.
My neighbors to the east. There you go. So
I would love it if they did well, just for the fact that
I know.
Yeah.
The meme that says, how funny would it be if Iran won the World Cup and Trump has to hand them the trophy? That meme's pretty funny. That meme is pretty funny. But I have no doubt that Iran will not be lifting this trophy. This game is going to be tough for the Kiwis, man. They do have Chris Wood up top. I do like Chris Wood.
Look, if there's anyone that the Kiwis are going to beat, it'll be Iran of any in that group.
That's fair. Who else is in that group? Let me look.
Come on, Jake. You picked the 3 lines for the World Cup, though. So you're an optimistic guy.
I am an optimist.
Wait, you did?
It's Belgium and Egypt. It's Belgium and Egypt is the other 2 teams in this group. This is their shot.
Big up Tim Payne, absolutely, fantastic play. He plays here in Australia in the A-League. Excellent player. So show us what you got, buddy.
This is their shot. This is definitely their shot to get 3 points in this group. And the way things are shaping up, if you can get 1 win and keep your goal difference even, you're probably through. And so for both Iran and New Zealand, this is a shot. This is a chance to really stamp, put up their foot forward and maybe, just maybe, eat.
One thing I'll say about the Kiwis, though, Jake, right? We need to learn from what happened with Australia. They're very, very similar culture. Do not underestimate them at your peril, because if Iran, by the way, Iran are actually really well set up because of what's going on politically for them to have their own reasons to, to come out and give a really good performance. But if they sleep on this New Zealand team, regardless of the personnel, they do have got guys like Chris Wood who can beat you. And it's just the Australian New Zealand culture is we will work harder than you, full stop. Hard workers all the time. And so if you sleep on New Zealand will get something. So
I think set piece wise, I think they could hit
for sure.
Iran, and especially with that Chris Wood, as Anton said, he's
probably taller than all of them combined.
He's a big guy, and he'll put himself about. So I could see him causing problems for.
But Taremi as well on the other side as well.
Taremi, lots of experience there. Lots of experience for Taremi, of course. That's good. That actually, I know it's the 9:00 game. It's the late game, and plenty of people.
Best time for us. That's a lunchtime kickoff for us.
Plenty of people are probably going to be, at least in England. Yeah. Asif's probably going to be asleep for this one, little 2 a.m. kickoff for him over there in England. But this game is probably going to be spicy, going to be a good one. Both teams going to know that this is their shot at perhaps just maybe sneaking in that 3rd place spot in the group. Unless, who knows, maybe they'll pull an upset versus Egypt. That's probably the next easiest game. Looks like, for me, Belgium probably going to take care of business in that group. But, we'll go ahead and wrap it up right there. Of course, all the World Cup action coming our way fast and furious style-y. So we'll be here every single day reporting on it, looking on yesterday, looking ahead to today. Of course, I'm absolutely enjoying the World Cup so far, man. Absolutely love it.
It's the games it's tomorrow's games that I think are, because obviously the big hitters really start to play. The Argentinas, the Portugals.
Every game
ability.
tomorrow. Every game
This
tomorrow
week,
is big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't sleep on Algeria, people. We will, of course, talk about that in the morning or tomorrow as we preview those games
Martin
and review
Odegaard
today's
and
games.
Holland
France
are
are playing
playing
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
So
Yeah, that France-Senegal game is
France, Senegal, Norway is playing, Argentina.
of course. So
Yeah.
plenty of action coming down the line for you. Make sure you're locked in. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. Make sure you got the notification bell on. I'm feeling the love on the shorts that I've been putting out, so I appreciate that. Of course, make sure you're subscribing. And of course, make sure you're locked in over at Fire Them Cannons. Of course, gonna be plenty of content coming your way from all angles.
Also because your main man Jake is a main contributor is there as well. He doesn't give himself enough credit for that.
Hey man, we're out here in these streets. Absolutely are. So of course, I appreciate everyone that's been here. Make sure you're locked in because there's plenty more coming your way. And we'll see us next time.